What's up, my friends? It's been a few months since I've recorded my podcast, Inspired Like Me, and welcome to my new little booth. There's been a lot going on since I've seen or spoken to any of you guys, and thanks for your patience, because I know that there's a lot of you guys out there who have been wondering where I went. And don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. In fact, I'm still doing my podcast, and I'm co-hosting on Friends podcast, and I've actually got 2 episodes of my own that I'm shooting tomorrow. But I wanted to record a little something today, because there was a post that I put on Instagram today, and I had so many people reach out to me and go, "Oh my God, what's wrong? Are you okay?" And it was really sweet. I got to tell you, my mom was really concerned, and she's such a worrywart, and I love her because of it, but I always worry that she's worrying too much about me. But I literally had to tell her, and, just like a lot of people in my post, I'm allowed to be human too, and have those bad days. And they don't come around very often for me. I'm just a really positive person. That's just how I am. And I was just down on myself. I was having this stupid pity party for me, and I couldn't get out of that train of thought. And so that morning I got up and I went to the gym, and that usually helps. I mean, I usually can kick it, get my endorphins running, and I couldn't. I couldn't get out of my headspace, and it really made me think about how hard it must be for people who go through major bouts of depression, because of how painful it not only is in your head, but for me, it's painful in my body, where it feels so yucky, as my 10-year-old would say. It's just an awful feeling. And, I've always said that sometimes if you start thinking about bad stuff, and it just can kind of like snowball, and it's one reason why I love to just go, okay, stop. Because it is all about your state of mind, and that's what mental health and mental health awareness is all about. It's about our state of mind, and which is our life and our life presence and those around us, and what it's doing to our life and the people around us. So if you read through the end of my post, it was meant to be an inspirational post and not a pity party post. I post stuff about me going to the gym because I go to the gym because it makes me feel good. I go to the gym because it makes me a better person. It makes me feel strong and secure in my own space and in my own environment. And that's my medication. And I think I wrote something on endorphins are the best antidepressant. And, but not only that, it's okay to sit in that space for a little while. And I've spoken about this before. And look, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist, but I do know about mental health. I've had a lot of friends who are mental health coaches and therapists in general, and life coaches. And I've dealt with a lot of mental health or people who have had mental health issues, and I still do. And so that being said, I was just trying to take myself out of it, and it took me a little while to pull myself out, and it usually doesn't. And I just decided to take a hot shower after I got home, do my nails. They're gorgeous, by the way. I spent far too long on them, but it's something that I like to do, and that's self-care. And I put a mask on, and I was taking care of myself as well because I had a photo shoot today that went stellar, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait to show you guys photos, and those are going to come in the next week or two. But they're for my print agents, and I'm really, really happy with them. So I had a great day there. But then I made myself some truffle tater tots, extra crispy. Try it. They're so good. And they're super cheap. And then I just, got into bed early and watched a couple of Bond flicks, which are some of my favorite. I love old action flicks, and I love the new ones too. But you can't go wrong with an old classic Bond film. Anyway, I posting something like that, and then having my friends or family members, just reach out to me and be concerned, and I'm super grateful, and it made me feel really blessed that I have people in my life who care about me. But please understand to read to the bottom of the post, because it was meant to be an inspirational post about, getting up off your butt and stop feeling sorry for yourself, because it is all in your head. And there's ways to go about that. And, you can go to the gym, you can go to the spa, you can talk to a friend, go see a therapist, call a family member, get out, go for a walk, listen to a podcast. There's plenty of ways to do that. And, that's what I'm all about, is inspiring others to feel good and just do better in their lives. And, I'm learning too. And it's all about that. It's all about my journey. And those lows, you have to understand those lows sometimes are there for a reason. And what are we learning? What is our space, and what is our universe trying to teach us at that moment? Right? So I think, as long as we're able to pull ourselves out of that and learn from that, instead of be in a constant state of stress or constant state of anxiety and constant state of worry, how, not necessarily do you fix those things, but how do you heal, and how do you learn from those? And then how do you move on? So that's my moment for the day. Anyway, okay. So enough about that. I have been super busy. You are now listening to me in my very own tiny itty bitty closet space at home. And I'm doing voiceovers these days, because I've heard for years that from voiceover friends who were in the business, as well as every time I was on set and I get mic'd, and the sound guys would be like, "You've got a really good voice. You should get into voiceovers and stuff." And I've always wanted to, and I never did. And this year seems to be kind of the year where I've been taking a lot more action for the things that I've been wanting to do. And with me, I'm one of those people that if I make the decision to do something, I kind of do it the next day. It's kind of what I did with my podcast, and I jump right into it. And that's just who I am. And I don't think about it a whole lot. I kind of think about it. I think I've said this. What's that quote that I always say, that I learned to fly and I learned to grow my wings after I make the leap. That's just how I am. And a lot of people do the opposite. My boyfriend does the complete opposite. He has to think about things for way too long, and it drives me nuts. But, everybody's different. So everybody has their own process. Oh gosh, let's see. I have, 2 podcasts tomorrow. I'm going to record them as well. And I'm going to start doing some live video feeds on Instagram, Facebook. And I'm thinking about maybe doing something on YouTube. I'm not sure yet. As well as just doing some more podcasts like this of me individually. So if you guys have any questions that I can answer, I would appreciate them. You can DM me. You can, that's probably the best way. It's just to DM me. Otherwise, I'm going to get bombarded with emails or text messages or whatever. Anyway, welcome to my tiny little, a little bit ghetto voiceover booth, but hey, you know what? It works for me, and I can do it from home, and I kind of like it. So anyway, welcome. thank you for, staying with me and listening. And thank you for giving me your time. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for all of your comments. Especially when I post something like today, there's people out there that say thank you for posting that and saying what I said because it made you guys feel better. Please write all that stuff because I read everything. And, I'm doing it for that reason. I'm hopefully doing this so that it has some effect on somebody else out there in the world because, we all got to do a little good in the world.
That's one of my little voices. It's one of my kid voices.
Okay. All right. I'm signing off. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm so excited to be back. Yes. All right. Thanks again for listening. And I hope that you were inspired like me. Have a good night.